The top ranking universities are in Spain, and I visited them personally, and I found that even in areas like use of technology in higher education, some very deep thinking is going on in Spanish universities. In fact, in Valladolid, when we visited the university there, we found that this is an ancient university and very strong in cultural and heritage preservation. In fact, Casa India was a wonderful experience to visit that institute and see that how they are trying to promote Indian culture and heritage in Spain. Wonderful work being done there. Then again this morning when we visited the UPF and UAB, on a round table, found that some excellent work is going on in use of technology around MOOCs, and the professors there are thinking very deeply about this subject, how they can integrate MOOCs in teaching learning process and improve. I think one does realize that a profile of Spanish universities in India is still not very high, and the other countries which are more aggressive in the Indian market, in India as a country, as far as student mobility is concerned, collaboration is concerned, Spain has a little disadvantage in terms of language, which is increasingly being addressed by Spanish universities offering programs in English or bilingual programs, and many people in India are not aware of it. There are also problems relating to employment opportunities after doing their degree programs in Spain. So some of these issues need to be addressed, but they are not insurmountable, and one can figure out how to go about it. And as somebody pointed out during this visit, that cultural distance between India and Spain is much smaller than many other European countries or US and UK. I could see that many universities are offering programs in English, and they are offering programs, bilingual programs as well. And Spanish is becoming quite popular in India. In fact, Cervantes Institute is getting a very good response, even though it's not very old. They have several hundred students in a matter of few years, and I think around 10 examination centers. So, which is pretty good. I think they need to expand to other cities as well, and even if they cannot set up their own centers, they can partner with the universities or other institutions to offer Spanish language teaching. This problem of language will be addressed in due course of time. I think India is a country with 1.3 billion people compared to 50 million. In fact, the number of students in India's higher education is more than half of the population of Spain. So, and our system of higher education, though it is big, it is in terms of number of institutions, we have the largest number of institutions. In terms of absolute enrollment, we are the second largest system of higher education. But compared to the demand, which is still inadequate, it will not be very easy for Spanish students to get into a highly rated Indian institution unless they are very talented and they can compete with the rest of their students. However, to address some of these problems, we are encouraging most of our universities to have 15% supernumerary seats beyond the sanctioned seats for foreign students. We produce over 1 million engineers every year.
1 million.
1 million. So this is a very large number. A very small fraction of them go abroad to the US and other countries. And we are not too much concerned about it because they are a brain bank in those countries. They bring in businesses, they bring in opportunities for collaboration, and so I think it's not too much of a concern as far as India is concerned about our engineers going abroad. In business education, India has a large capacity, and we also have in biosciences area strengths In chemistry, we have some strengths. So I think in pockets there are strengths in the India's higher education sector, which can be leveraged. And we can, if we think deeply about the two systems of higher education, we can figure out what are the complementarities and work on that. Changes in education are evolutionary in nature. In fact, at the school level, we have created capacities, and the main focus at school level is on quality. In the higher education level, in some areas we have capacities have been created. Our higher education is much less skill oriented than we would like it to be, and therefore we are trying to push more skill oriented programs in higher education, focus on quality, focus on teaching and learning processes within the classroom. So many of these, and for doing all of it, how do we leverage technology to improve quality, attract talent into higher education. So these are some of the focus areas, and we are moving forward. I think India and Indians are very excited about this change because the new government first has a decisive mandate, and it has got elected based on a mandate for progress, and hopefully we would be moving forward much faster than what we were doing in the past.